Good morning. I am P. Srinivas Reddy, Associate Professor of Mathematics, Government Degree College, Ramanapet, Telangana State. This is a 28th video lesson for this academic year, and the third video lesson on real analysis. Today, we see some problems on limit of a sequence. So, some problems. We see some limit problems on limits and the Spies theorem on some more theorems on limits. So show that limit tends to infinity, 1 by n power p is equal to 0 for p is positive, for p greater than 0. So now we have to show what is the definition in first class. Already I showed, I defined the definition, I defined the limit of sequence. When you say limit Sn equal to S, if for any epsilon greater than 0, there exists a number n such that mod Sn minus S less than epsilon for all n greater than n. So for when you say limit Sn equal to S, if you take any epsilon greater than 0, for each epsilon greater than 0, there exists a number n, capital N, so that mod Sn minus S less than epsilon for all n greater than n. That means after nth term, the difference between Sn and S after capital nth term, that means Sn plus 1, Sn plus 2, if you take any term after n, the difference between Sn and S is less than epsilon, So here Sn, let Sn equal to 1 by n power p, S equal to 0, let epsilon greater than 0. Now we have to find a capital N such that mod Sn minus S less than epsilon for all n greater than n. So we observe here mod Sn minus S, this is the modulus of 1 by n power p minus 0. So, and mod 1 by n power p, this is equal to mod 1 by n power p. This can be written as 1 by n power p because the n power p is positive. P is positive, n is a natural number. We are taking n belongs to n. So that's why p greater than 0, n belongs to n. That's why n power p is greater than 0. So that's why modulus of 1 by n power p can be written as 1 by n power p because we know that mod 5 is 5. When a is positive, mod a equal to a. So when a is positive, mod a equal to a, so we can write 1 by n power. Now we have to show mod Sn minus S less than epsilon, mod Sn minus S less than epsilon. So mod Sn minus S less than, this is less than epsilon. We now have to show. So this is mod Sn minus S less than if 1 by n power p is less than epsilon. So mod Sn minus S less than epsilon if 1 by 1 power p is less than epsilon. So n power p, here n power p, so reversing. So n power p is greater than 1 by epsilon. When we are reversing, the sign will be changed. If less than is there, we can get greater than. If it is greater than is there, less than. If we here greater than is there, we get less than when reversing. So for example, if you take a 2 less than 4, then automatically 1 by 2 is greater than 1 by 4. If 2 is less than 4, we know that 2 is less than 4. Reversing, we get 1 by 2 is greater than 1 by 4. So when reversing the number, sign will be changed. Here less than is there, get greater than. If it is greater than, get less than. So 1 by n power p less than implies epsilon implies n power p is greater than 1 by epsilon. Simple observation, just 2 less than 4 implies 1 by 2 greater than 1 by 4. So n greater than 1 by epsilon whole power 1 by p. So here p is positive. So n greater than 1 by epsilon whole power 1 by p. So this is true. Mod Sn minus S is less than epsilon if n greater than 1 by epsilon by 1 by epsilon whole power 1 by p. Now we have to show mod Sn minus S less than epsilon for all n greater than. If you take this capital N equal to capital equal to 1 by epsilon whole power 1 by p, we'll get mod Sn minus S less than epsilon for all n greater than n. So finally we are getting the definition. If you take any epsilon greater than 0, there exists a number of capital N such that mod Sn minus S less than epsilon for all n greater than n. So therefore limit Sn equal to S. Therefore limit Sn is a 1 by n power p, this equal to S equal to 0. Simple this is. Here Sn equal to 1 by n power p, S equal to 0, we'll get mod Sn minus S is mod 1 by n power p minus 0. That is a mod 1 by n power p. That is 1 by n power p less than epsilon. So mod Sn minus S less than epsilon. So it is less than epsilon. So now we have to show mod Sn minus S less than epsilon. It is less than epsilon if 1 by n power p less than epsilon. That is n power p greater than 1 by epsilon. So when reversing, less than will be greater than. So sign will be changed. Here, less than will get greater. If it is greater than, here we get less than. When reversing the numbers, two sides. For example, 2 less than 4 implies 1 by 2 greater than 1 by 4. So n power p greater than 1 by epsilon, that is n greater than 1 by epsilon whole power 1 by p, taking both sides 1 by p. So finally get n equal to 1 by epsilon. If we take n is equal to capital equal to 1 by epsilon whole power 1 by p, therefore mod s n minus s less than epsilon implies mod s n minus s less than. So therefore limit s n equal to yes. That is the limit at raised to infinity 1 by 4 p. Another problem is this is another interesting problem. So that the limit enters infinity a power n equal to 0 if mod a equal to 1. Here, suppose if you take Sn equal to a power n, if it is mod a less than 1, then limit a power n is 0. So simple example, if you take a is equal to 1 by 2, what we get 1 by 2 power n as n tends to infinity 1 by, what is 1 by 2 power n? 1 by infinity, that is 2 power n tends to infinity, 2 power n tends to infinity, 1 by 2 power n tends to 0. So if you take simple example, a is equal to 1 by 2. So limit n tends to infinity a power n equal 1 by 2 power n equal 0. So here let us say equal a power n is equal 0. So it is a limit a power n equal mod a plus mod a less than 1. Here the sequence Sn is a square, a cube, a power 4. This is a geometric sequence. Geometric sequence with the common ratio is a. So here we get what we get the sequence S1, S2, S3, and so on. This is the sequence a square, a comma, a square, a cube, and so on. This is a geometric sequence with the common ratio, a. And if it is a mod a less than 1, if it is geometric sequence with the mod a, geometric sequence with the common ratio less than, modulus of common ratio is less than 1, then the limit is 0. So let S n equal to a power n, s equal to 0. So I will prove two cases. Case 1, if a equals 0, what happens? If a equals 0, then Sn equals 0. It is a constant sequence. It is converges to 0. You know, already in the second class we have shown if Sn is a constant sequence, Sn equal to k for all n plus n, then Sn converges to k. So here Sn converges to 0. Therefore limit Sn equals 0. That will be yes. First case is simple. So case 1, let a equal 0, because a equal 0 is also mod a less than 1. That's why I have taken first case a equal 0. Let a equal 0 and mod a less than 1. Two cases. So let a equal to 0 and mod a less than 1. So mod a can be written as mod a equal 1 by 1 plus b. Here, sorry, here it is mistaken. Here since mod a is less than 1, here mod a is less than 1. Since here we have tried mod a less than 1. So mod a equal 1 by 1 plus b. So since b greater than 0, 1 by, it is a denominator is a numerator is less than denominator, this is less than 1. So since here mod a is less than 1, here mistaken. Okay, so therefore mod a can be written as 1 by 1 plus b something. For example, if you take b is equal to 1 by 2, 1 by 3 by 2, that is 2 by 3, that is less than 1. So mod a can be written as 1 by 1 plus b, where b greater than 0. So here mod a less than 1. So we see here mod a is less than 1. So mod Sn minus s, that is mod a power n minus 0, that is mod a power n. So mod a can be written as 1 by 1 plus b. So 1 by 1 plus b whole power n. So we know that by binomial expansion, we can written as 1 plus x whole power n is equal to 1 plus nx, n into n minus 1 by 2 factorial. So this is like a NC1, NC1b, NC2b square, and so on, NCn b power n. So here 1 plus nb, n into n minus 1 by 2 b square, and so on, b power n. This can be written as greater than or equal to 1 by 1 plus nb. Therefore 1 plus b whole power n greater than or equal to 1 plus nb, because the b is positive. That's why all these numbers are positive. So this must be greater than or equal to 1 plus. So finally we get 1 plus b whole power n is greater than or equal to 1 plus nb. So 1 plus b whole power n greater than or equal to 1 plus nb. This is greater than nb. Finally, we are getting 1 plus b whole power n greater than nb. whenever reversing the sign, whenever the reversing, get the sign will be changed. Here greater than 0, here will get less than. You know, for example, a 4 greater than 2, 1 by 4 less than 1 by 2. So when reversing the number, here sign will be changed. Here greater than will become less than. So 1 plus b whole power greater than nb implies 1 by 1 plus 1 plus b whole power less than 1 by n. So now we have to show what is the meaning of the limit of a sequence. For each epsilon greater than 0, there exists a number n such that mod Sn minus S less than epsilon for all n greater than. So by 1, what is the mod Sn minus S? Here mod Sn minus S is 1 by 1 plus b power n. This is less than 1 by nb. So here mod Sn minus Sn, mod Sn minus S is 1 by 1 plus b power n. This is less than 1 by nb. So now we have to show mod Sn minus S is less than, this is less than epsilon. So mod Sn minus S is less than epsilon if 1 by b is less than epsilon. 1 by b is less than epsilon. That is nb greater than 1 by epsilon. Because when we are reversing the number, we get nb, the sign will be changed. Here less than, there we get greater than, nb greater than 1 by epsilon. That is n greater than 1 by b epsilon. So let's take n is equal to 1 by b epsilon. We'll get mod Sn minus S less than epsilon for all n greater than n. So finally, mod Sn minus S is less than epsilon when n greater than 1 by b epsilon. So if you take 1 by b epsilon as n, you'll get a mod Sn minus S is less than epsilon for all n greater than for limit Sn equal to S. So limit a power n equal to 0 for mod a less than 1. So this is the another interesting. So this is a geometric sequence with the common ratio a. And modulus of this common ratio is less than 1, limit of a power n is 0. Simple. If a is equal to 0, case 1, then Sn equal to 0, limit Sn will get 0, that will be S. So suppose a not equal to 0 and given mod a is less than 1, this can be written as mod a can be written as 1 by 1 plus something, because numerator is less than denominator, therefore this number is less than 1. So 1 by 1 plus b is less than 1. Because 1 plus b is greater than 1, therefore 1 by 1 plus b less than 1. So here it is not mod a greater than 1, this is mod a less than 1. Mod a less than 1. Mod a less than 1. A less than 1. So mod Sn minus S equal mod a power n minus 0. So that is mod a power n. So finally we get mod a can be written as 1 by 1 plus b. Because mod a is less than 1, this can be written as sum 1 by 1 plus b greater than 0. So this number is less than 1, that's why mod a can be 1 by 1 plus b. So 1 by 1 plus b whole power n. So by binomial expansion, 1 plus x whole power n, 1 plus nx, nc1, nc2, n into n minus 1 by 2 factorial, plus nc3, b cube, and so on b power n. So we'll get 1 plus nb, n into n minus 1 by 2 b square, and so on b power n. This is greater than equal to 1 plus b. Or in other words, if 1 plus x is the whole power n, we know that 1 plus x whole power n greater than 1 plus nx when x is positive, when x is positive. So 1 plus b whole power n greater than equal to 1 plus nb. So finally we are getting 1 plus b whole power n greater than 1 plus b. This is greater than nb. So finally we get 1 plus b whole power n greater than nb. Reversing, when you are reversing, a sign will be changed. Here greater than will get less than 1 by 1 plus b whole power n less than 1 by nb. So we know that whenever 4 greater than 2, automatically 1 by 4 is less than 1 by 2. So whenever reversing the number, here greater than will become less than. Sign will be changed. Here, if it is less than, here we get greater than. Here greater than, here getting less than. So finally, by 1, mod Sn minus S is 1 by 1 plus b power n. This is less than 1 by nb. 1 by 1 plus b power n is less than 1 by nb. So from this is less than 1 by nb. Now we have to show mod Sn minus S is less than epsilon. It is less than epsilon if 1 by nb is less than epsilon. Mod Sn minus S is less than epsilon if 1 by nb is less than epsilon. So, and again reversing the number, we get here sign will be changed, less than will become greater than, nb greater than 1 by epsilon. So n greater than 1 by b epsilon. We know that already. Simple example I'm saying. 2 less than 4, reversing the number, 1 by 2 greater than 1 by 4. 1 by 2 greater than 1 by. So b n greater than 1 by b epsilon. At n equal to 1 by b epsilon. Mod Sn minus S less than epsilon. The limit is equal to S. The limit a power n equal to 0. Another problem. another. This is also limit n power 1 by n equal to 1 means limit n tends to n power 1 by n equal to 1. So let Sn equal to n power 1 by n minus 1. So to show limit n power 1 by n, limit Sn equal to 0. Limit Sn equal to 0. Because if you take this limit Sn equal to 0, limit n power 1 by n minus 1 equal to 0, limit n power 1 by n equal to 1. So if I take Sn equal to 0, what is the, now we have to show limit Sn equal to 0 because it is 1 minus 1, 0. So S equal to 0. If you take left hand side, 1 plus Sn equal to n power 1 by n. So from this n is equal to, taking both sides whole power n, we'll get n is equal to 1 plus Sn whole power n. Already this can be, already I told here, 1 plus b whole power n always greater than 1 plus nb, and also n into n minus 1 by 2 b square. So here it is 1 plus x whole power n, 1 plus x whole power n greater than equal to 1 plus nx plus n into n minus 1 by 2 x square for x greater than 0. Here 1 plus x whole power n is there. So 1 plus x whole power n greater than equal to 1 plus nx plus n into n minus 1 by 2 x square for x greater than 0. So 1 plus n Sn plus 1 by 2 n into n minus 1 Sn square. This is greater than n into n minus 1 by 2 Sn square. So finally n greater than, here taking both sides power n, we'll get n is equal to 1 plus, if you take 1 plus Sn whole power n, we'll get only n will cancel n. N equal to 1 plus Sn whole power n, n greater than equal to 1 plus n Sn plus 1 by 2 n into n minus 1 Sn square. So n greater than n into n minus 1 by 2 Sn square. N into n greater than n into n minus 1 by 2 Sn square. Here it is missed 1 plus x whole power n is greater than 1 plus nx plus n into n minus 1 by 2 x square. So finally we get n is greater than n into n minus 1 by 2 Sn square. So from this n will be cancelled, n will be cancelled. We'll get 1 greater than n minus 1 by 2 Sn square. So finally we get, taking this side, 2 by n minus 1 greater than Sn square. So here x greater than y implies y less than x. So 2 by n minus 1 greater than Sn square implies Sn square less than 2 by n minus 1. So Sn less than root of 2 by n minus 1 for n greater than equal to 2. Why I am writing here n greater than equal to 2? It is for n is equal to 1, it is undefined. That's why I am writing only for n greater than equal to 2. So limit, we know that limit root of 2 by n minus 1 equal to 0. Since Sn greater than equal to 0 and 0 less than equal to Sn less than equal to root 2 by n minus 1, and therefore limit Sn equal to 0. Because this limit 0, left hand side 0, so middle one also limit of Sn equal to 0. So limit of root of 2 by n minus 1 also 0. Limit of 0 is also 0, therefore limit Sn equal to 0 by squeeze theorem. So limit Sn equal to 0 means limit n power 1 by n minus 1 equal to 0, that is limit n power 1 by n equal to 1, right? If you take right hand side. So limit n power 1 by n minus 1 equal to 0 means limit n power 1 by n is equal to. So here this means limit Sn equal to 0 means limit n power 1 by n minus 1 equal to 0. If you take minus 1 right hand side, we get 1. It is the squeeze theorem. Next I will tell what is the squeeze theorem. Check, simple. Let Sn equal to n power 1 by n minus 1. If I take left hand side, to show limit of n power 1 by n minus, to show this, it is enough to show limit Sn equal to 0. Because limit Sn equal to limit n power 1 by n means 1, 1 minus 1. We have to show limit Sn equal to 0. So finally we are getting 1 plus Sn equal to n power 1 by n. Taking power n both sides, we get n is equal to 1 plus Sn whole power n. So this is 1 plus x here, 1 plus x whole power n greater than 1 plus x plus n into n minus 1 by 2 x square for x greater than 0. So 1 plus n into Sn plus 1 by 2 n into n minus 1 is Sn square. This is greater than, this is positive, these two are. So n into n minus 1 by 2 Sn square. We'll get n greater than n into n minus 1 by 2 Sn square. N will be cancelled. We'll get 1 greater than n minus 1 by 2 Sn square. That is a 2 by Sn minus 2 by n minus 1 greater than Sn square. Finally, we are getting Sn square less than 2n by 2 by n minus 1. So Sn less than root 2 by n minus 1 for n greater than 2. Why I am writing here n greater than 2? Because if n is equal to 1, it is undefined. That's why I have written for n greater than or equal to 2. So we know that the limit root 2 by n minus 1 is 0 because 2 by infinity, that is 0. So also since Sn equal to greater than or equal to 0 for all n, for 0 less than root 2 by n minus 1. This limit is 0, this limit is 0, therefore limit Sn is also 0 by species. So limit n power 1 by n equal to 1. You see the species theorem, another interesting theorem. If an, bn, and Sn be three sequences such that an less than equal to Sn less than equal to bn for all n, and limit an equal to limit bn equals s, then limit Sn also s. That means every number, that means your an, bn, and Sn with three sequences such that an less than equal to Sn less than equal to bn for all n, and limit an equal to limit bn equal to s, then limit Sn equal to s. So whenever an less than Sn equal to bn, if left hand side limit an equal to limit bn, these two are limit of an equal to limit of bn, that equal to some s, then limit of Sn is also same. Limit of Sn also equal to s. That is a limit of Sn equal to limit of an, limit of b. Three limits are same. So that means the limit of Sn equal to s means limit an equal to limit Sn equal to limit bn. These three are same. This is called the squeeze theorem. Here, left hand side limit 0 is 0, right hand side limit root 2 by n minus 1 0. So we'll get mid one limit Sn also. So here every term, that means an less than Sn less than bn for all n means a1 less than S1 less than b1, a2 less than S2 less than b2, a3 less than S3 less than b3, and so on. So simple, this is the an, bn, b3 sequences such that an less than Sn less equal to bn, then and limit an equal to limit bn, then automatically it is equal to limit Sn. Whenever left hand side limit an, left hand limit and right hand limit, these two are same, then mid one also equal. So limit an equal to limit bn, this is equal to limit Sn. Whenever limit an equal to limit bn. So this is also simple. We know first limit an equal to Sn plus. We know by definition for each epsilon greater than 0, there exists a number n such that mod an minus s less than epsilon for all n greater than n. This is by definition. Already I defined the first class. So I will take in place of n, n1 for each epsilon greater than 0. There exists a number n1 such that mod an minus s less than epsilon for all n greater than n1. So for each epsilon greater than 0, there exists a number n1 such that mod an minus s less than epsilon for all n greater than n. That means this means minus epsilon less than an minus s less than epsilon 1. Already in the first class I told you, whenever mod x less than k, mod x less than k, minus k less than x less than k. The first class I defined modulus of a number and some properties of modulus of a number. In that, mod x less than k implies minus k less than x less than k. So we'll get minus epsilon less than an minus s less than epsilon. This is we take one. So another one, limit bn also equal. These two are same. Limit bn also equal. So limit bn equal to s. So this implies for each epsilon greater than 0, there exists a number n2. So we get a number n2. So that mod bn minus s less than epsilon for all n greater than n2. We know by definition, already I told in the first class, what is the definition of limit Sn equal to s? For each epsilon equal to 0, there exists a number n such that mod Sn minus s is less than epsilon for all n greater than n. So in place of n, I will take n2. Here limit bn equal to s for means for each epsilon greater than 0, there exists a number n2 such that bn mod bn minus s less than epsilon for all n greater than n. And this can be written as, so we know that mod x less than k means minus k less than x less than k, minus k less than x less than k. So minus epsilon less than bn minus s less than epsilon. Already told in the modulus, mod x less than k means minus k less than x less than k. In place of x, bn minus s is there. Simple. So for all n greater than n. So this result 1, equation 1 is true for all n greater than n1. Result 2, equation 2 is true for all n greater than n2. If I take n is equal to maximum of n1 and 2, also given what they given an less than equal to Sn less than equal to bn for all n. So what is given? an less than equal to Sn less than equal to Bn. So an less than equal to Sn less than equal to Bn. So we can write an minus S less than equal to Sn minus S less than equal to Bn minus S. Taking minus. So an minus S less than equal to Sn minus S less than equal to Bn minus S. So if I take n is equal to maximum of n1 and 2, then the two equations are true. For example, if you take capital N1 equal to 4, capital N2 is equal to 6. In that case, what I will take n? Suppose N1 is 4, N2 is 6, I will take n is equal to 6. Because if I take N1 equal to 4, after fourth term it is true, this equation. Fourth term means after from fifth term onwards it is true. If I take N1 equal to 4, if I N1 equal to 4, it is true after fifth term. If N2 is equal to 6, it is true after sixth term. That is from the seventh term it is true. So these two are true for n is equal to capital 6. If I take it is 4, it is 6. So these two equations are true for all n greater than n, where n is a maximum of n1 and 2. So if you take n equal to maximum of n1 and 2, automatically equation 1 and equation 2 are true. So now using 1, 2, 3, using 1, 2, 3. So what is 1 here? Minus epsilon. What is 1? Minus epsilon less than an minus s. And 3, using 3. An minus s less than, using 1, 3 and 2. Using 1, first use 1 and then 3 and 2. So minus epsilon less than an minus s. This is less than equal to Sn minus s. This is less than equal to Bn minus s. This is less than epsilon by 2. So for all n greater than n. So first use 1 and then 3 and then 2. First use 1 and 3 and then 2. First, what is the 1? What is 1 here? Minus epsilon less than an minus s. Minus epsilon less than an minus s. So what is the third one? Next, use third. So minus epsilon less than an minus s. This is an minus s less than equal to Sn minus s, and Sn minus s less than equal to Bn minus s, and 2. Lastly 2. What is 2? Is to Bn minus s. So Bn minus s. So this is less than. So first use 1 and then 3 and then 2. So minus epsilon less than an minus s less than equal to Sn minus s, Bn minus s less than epsilon. So finally we are getting minus epsilon less than Bn minus s, Sn minus s, minus epsilon less than Sn minus s less than epsilon. That is mod Sn minus s less than epsilon for all n greater than n. Why I have taken here n is maximum of n1 and 2. So this equation true after n1th term. This equation true after n2th term. The term which is greater than n1. So the term. So if you take, suppose if it is n1 equal to 4, that it is true for the term fifth term, from fifth term minus 2. If n1 equal to 4, if n2 equals 6, it is true after seventh term. So if you take n equal to maximum of n1 and 2, then any term taking Sn where n greater than n, automatically get minus epsilon less than Sn minus epsilon. So mod Sn minus S is less than epsilon. Therefore, limit Sn equal to. So first use 1 minus epsilon less than an minus s, and then 3 Sn minus s, and then 2 Bn minus s, that is less than epsilon. Therefore, minus epsilon less than Sn minus s less than epsilon. Therefore, mod Sn minus s less than epsilon for all n greater than n. So limit Sn equal to. So simple Stickis theorem, if an, bn, Sn with 3 sequences such that an less than equal to Sn less than equal to bn, and limit an equal to limit bn. These two are same, then automatically if limit an equal to limit bn equal to s, then automatically this equal to limit Sn. That means if limit an equal to limit bn, then automatically this equal to limit Sn. That means limit an equal to limit Sn equal to limit bn. Whenever limit an equal to limit bn, then automatically this is equal to limit Sn. This is the piece, you know. And we see in the last class we have seen if Sn converges to S and Tn converges to T here, T means, then Sn Tn converges to St. here if Sn converges to S and Tn converges to T, then Sn Tn converges to S. Last class we have seen Sn plus Tn converges to S plus T. So, or in other words, limit Sn Tn equal limit Sn to limit Tn. So here Tn converges to T. Sn converges to S, Tn converges to T. So what is the already I defined limit Sn equal S means mod Sn minus S is less than epsilon. So here we have to show limit Sn Tn equal to St. S into T. S means limit Sn, T means limit Tn. So mod Sn minus T, mod Sn Tn minus St can be written as mod Sn Tn minus Snt plus Snt minus St. So these two are cancelled, we'll get Sn Tn minus St. So from these two, so this is like mod x plus y. This is x plus y. Mod x plus y, we know by triangle inequality, mod x plus y is equal to mod x plus mod y. So this is like, this is x is a Sntn minus Snt. Y is a Snt minus St. So mod x plus y less than equal to mod x plus mod y. So this is less than equal to mod x means Sntn minus Snt, mod x plus mod y, Snt minus St. So by triangle inequality, if you take this is x, this is y, mod x plus y less than equal to mod x plus mod y. Here x is a Sntn minus Snt, Snt minus St. So here Sn is common. We know that mod xy is mod x into mod y. So I will write mod Sn into mod Tn minus Tn. So Sn taking common. Here T into Sn minus S. So similarly mod xy equal to mod x into mod y. So we can write mod T into mod Sn. Here Sn minus S. Mod Sn minus S. Take T common. Here mod Sn minus S. Here is taken mod Sn minus S. So this is a mod x plus y is equal to mod x plus mod y. That is a, here Sn is taken common as mod Sn into mod Tn minus T, because mod xy equal to mod x mod y. Here mod T common, T into Sn minus S, mod T into mod Sn minus S. So if you take T common, Sn minus S, here we will get yes, mod Sn minus S. So since Sn is convergent, we know that the last class, in the second class, I have shown every convergent sequence is bounded. Therefore Sn is bounded. So every convergent sequence is bounded, therefore Sn is bounded. So Sn is bounded definition, there exists a number, a real number m greater than 0, so that mod Sn less than m for all m. For all m. So now we have to show mod Sn Tn minus St less than some epsilon. Then automatically limit Sn Tn is equal to St. So since Sn is convergent, Sn is bounded, every convergent sequence is bounded. So by definition of boundedness of the sequence, there exists m greater than 0, so that mod Sn less than m for all m. So this can be result. And also, given Sn converges to S, Sn converges to S means by definition, for each epsilon greater than 0, there exists number n1, such that mod Sn minus S. I will, by the convenience, I am taking epsilon by 2m, less than epsilon by 2m for all m greater than n1. For this epsilon by 2m, I will get a number n1, such that mod Sn minus S less than epsilon by 2m for all m greater than n1. We know the definition of the, when we say Sn converges to S, for each epsilon greater than, there exists a number n, such that mod Sn minus S less than epsilon for all m greater than n. I will take in place of epsilon by 2m, because it is also a positive number. So for this epsilon by 2m, there exists a number n1, such that mod Sn minus S less than epsilon by 2m for all m greater than. So similarly, Tn converges to T. Here Tn converges to T. So Tn converges to T implies for each epsilon greater than 0, there exists a number n2, such that mod Tn minus T less than epsilon by 2 into mod T plus 1. Whatever it may be, mod T, T positive or negative, mod T is positive. So 2 into mod T plus 1 are also positive. So why I have taken mod T plus 1? Because if T is equal to 0, there is no mod T plus 1 also greater than 0. So that's why I have taken mod T plus 1. So for each epsilon, there exists a number n, so that mod Tn minus T less than epsilon by 2 into mod T plus 1. Why I have taken, I will tell you. So let it is true for all n greater than n. Here it is true for all n greater than n2. I have to write similarly. Here I have written for all n greater than n1. Similarly, here I have to write for all n greater than n2. I have to write for all n greater than n2. Let n equal to maximum of n1 and n2. using a 2, 3, 4 in 1. So what is the mod Sn minus Tn minus St? This can be written as mod Sn less than m. You can write mod Tn minus T less than here we have to write here we have to write epsilon by 2 into mod T plus 1. Here mistaken is done. Here we have to write epsilon by 2 mod T plus 1, and here we have to write epsilon by 2. Or we write here Tn minus T. Tn converges T means Tn minus T less than epsilon by 2m. Here we have to write the Sn minus S less than epsilon by 2 mod T plus 1. So here some mistaken is done. We have to write here Tn converges to T implies we have to write mod Tn minus T. Here Sn converges to T implies here we have to write mod Sn minus S. So these two are just we change. Here we have to write Tn converges to T implies mod Tn minus T less than epsilon by 2m. Here we have to write Sn converges to T implies we have to write mod Sn minus S less than epsilon by 2 into mod T plus 1. So by 1 using a 2, 3, 4 in 1 by 1 by 1. So this can be written as mod Sn is less than m, mod Tn minus T is epsilon by 2m, and this can be written as written as here mod Sn minus S. Here this is also mistake. Mod Sn minus S less than epsilon by 2 into mod T plus 1. So finally get the mm will cancel epsilon by 2, epsilon by 2. Why I have written here mod T plus 1, mod T by mod T plus 1 is less than 1. So I need here epsilon by 2. That's why I have taken in place of here epsilon by 2 into mod T plus 1. I have taken here in place of m, here I have taken mod T plus 1. So because the mod T by mod T plus 1 is less than epsilon. Finally, you get less than epsilon by 2, epsilon by 2 is epsilon. Here we have to write here we write Tn converges to T. There exists number n, same thing. Here we have to write Tn minus T. Here we have to write Tn minus T. Here Tn converges to T. Here we have to write Sn converges to S. Here we have to write mod Sn minus S. We see this one mistake is done. Here we have to write Sn converges to S. Mod Sn minus S less than epsilon by 2 mod T plus 1. Why? Because I have written here mod T is there. If I take by mod T plus 1, mod T by mod T plus 1 is less than, we'll get epsilon. That's why I have taken here mod T plus 1. So finally get the mod Sn minus T and mod Sn Tn minus S less than epsilon by 2 plus epsilon by 2, that is epsilon. All greater than n. Therefore, limit Sn Tn equal to St. So limit Sn to limit Tn. See here one mistake is done. Here Sn minus S. Here we have to write down here Tn converges T. Here we have to write mod Tn minus T. And here you have to write Sn converges to S. Here you have to write Sn converges to S. And here we have to write mod Sn minus S. Mod S means then we can get the answer. So if I write here mod Tn minus Tl, I will get here epsilon by, this is less than m, this is epsilon by 2m. This is mod Sn minus S. This is S. Mod Sn minus S less than, if I write here mod Sn minus S, Sn converges to S, epsilon by 2 mod T plus. Finally get Sn Tn minus S less than epsilon by epsilon by 2, that is epsilon. Limit Sn Tn equal to St. Equal limit Sn, limit. This is limit Sn, limit. Similarly, you can prove if limit Sn equal to S, Sn not equal to 0 and S not equal to 0, then limit 1 by S equal to 1 by S. And also if Sn converges to S and Tn converges to T, and then Tn by Sn converges to T by S. Whenever Sn not equal to 0 for all n and S not equal to 0. So this can be written as Tn into 1 by Sn. So limit Tn is T, limit 1 by Sn is from this 1 by S, T into 1 by S, T by S. And also, limit n tends to infinity 1 by N is 0. See some problems using these limits. We know limit Sn plus Tn equal limit Sn plus limit Tn. And limit Sn by Tn is limit Sn by limit Tn. Whenever Tn greater than equal 0 and Tn not equal 0, fall in, and limit Tn not equal 0. See some problems already we know. Suppose an equal n by n square plus 1. Determine the limits of the sequences. An equal n by n square plus 1, bn equal to 7n minus 19 by 3n plus 1. And show that the limit 4n cube plus 3n by n cube minus 6 cube. So an equal to an by n square plus 1. So n by n square and 1 plus 1 by n square. So n will be cancelled. 1 by n by 1 by 1 plus 1 by n square. So limit an equal to limit 1 by, this is a limit Sn and Tn, limit 1 by n, and then limit of this is written as limit 1 by n and 1 by 1 plus limit 1 by n square. This is 0, 1 by 1 plus 0. This one. Similarly, bn equal to taking n common, 7 minus 19 by n, n common 3 plus n by 7 by n. We can get 7 minus 19 by n, 3 plus 7 by n. Actually, limit bn is a limit Tn by limit Sn, and then we can write limit Sn minus Tn, limit Sn minus limit Tn. So this can be written as, so limit bn equal to limit 17 minus 19 limit 1 by n. So similarly, limit 17 minus 19 limit 1 by n, limit 3 plus 7 limit 1 by n. We know that limit 1 by n is 0, limit n tends to infinity 1 by n is 0. Similarly, limit n tends to 1 by n is 0. This is constant 17. 7, sorry, this is 7. Limit 7, this is not 17, only 7. 7 by 3. Similarly, last problem. 4n cube plus 3n by n cube minus 6. Taking n cube common, n cube into 4 plus 3 by n square. 1 minus 6 by n cube. N cube will be cancelled. 4 plus 3 by n square, 1 minus 6 by n. So what is the limit? Limit of 4n cube plus 3n by n cube, 9n cube minus 6. So you can write limit 4 plus 3 limit 1 by n square, and limit 1 minus 6 limit 1 by n cube. So we know that limit n tends to infinity 1 by n square is 0. So limit n tends to infinity 1 by n cube is 0. So we'll get 4 plus 0 by 1 minus 0, 4. So these are the using the limits. And also we see another problem, another theorem. This can be, if the limit of sequence if exists, then it is unique. That means if the limit of sequence exists, then the limit is unique. We don't get two limits. So if possible, Sn sequence Sn has two limits. Possible sequence Sn has two limits. Let one is a S, another is T. We know by definition limit Sn equal S means for each epsilon greater than 0 there exists a, by definition of limit Sn equal S, for each epsilon greater than 0 there exists a number n1 such that mod Sn minus S is less than epsilon. By definition, already in the first class I told you, limit Sn equal S means for each epsilon greater than 0 there exists a number n such that mod Sn minus S less than epsilon for all n greater than n. So for each epsilon greater than 0 there exists a number n1 such that mod Sn minus S less than epsilon for all n greater than n. Similarly, again limit Sn equal T means, so this is for limit Sn equal S. Similarly, limit Sn equal T means, similarly we get for each epsilon greater there is another number n2 such that the mod Sn minus T less than epsilon by 2 for all n greater than 2. This is I have taken only for the convenience I have taken epsilon by 2. Here if you changing epsilon by 2 you get another number. So whatever you write here right hand side, this must be positive. Epsilon positive, epsilon by 2 also positive. For this epsilon by 2 you get a number n. If I take epsilon by 2 I will get another number. So for this epsilon by 2 I will get a number n1. Mod Sn minus S less than epsilon by 2 for all n greater than n. Similarly, limit Sn equal to T. That means for each epsilon greater than there exists number n2 such that mod Sn minus T less than epsilon by 2 for all n greater than n2. Then is equal to maximum of n1 n. So this equation is true for every n greater than n1. This equation is true for every n greater than 2. These two are true if you take n is equal to maximum of n1 and 2. So this equation also true for n greater than n. This equation also true for n greater than n. So if I take n equal to maximum of n1 and 2, so mod S minus T. So mod s minus, I will write this one, s minus sn plus sn minus s. This is by triangle inequality. This we can use so many times triangle inequality. What is the triangle inequality? Mod x plus y less than or equal to mod x plus mod y. Here x is the s minus sn, y is the sn minus t. So mod x plus y always less than or equal to mod x plus 1. So mod sn s minus sn plus sn minus t less than or equal to mod sn minus sn plus 1 mod sn minus t. This is a less than epsilon by 2 from this 2. From this epsilon by 2 will get mod s minus t less than epsilon for all epsilon greater than. So that means s minus t must be 0 for s equal to 0. Therefore, limit of sequence is unique. Here, this equation is limit s n equal s means we get mod s n minus s less than epsilon by 2 for all n greater than n1. There is a number n1 for any epsilon greater than 0. And limit s n equal to t means there exists a number n2 such that mod s n minus t less than epsilon by 2 for all n greater than n. If I take n equal maximum of n1 and 2, these two are true. This equation is true for n greater than n1. This equation is true for n greater than 2. These two are true for n greater than capital N. For n greater than capital N. Because then if you take maximum of n1 and 2, these two are true. So mod s minus t can be written as mod of s minus sn plus sn minus t. This is like mod x plus y. This is like mod x plus y. So mod x plus y is less than or equal to mod x plus mod y. So this is less than epsilon. We know that these two are same. Mod sn minus s, mod s minus sn. We know that mod x minus y equal to mod y minus x. For example, if I take mod 4 minus 6 is mod minus 2, that is 2. Mod 6 minus 4 is 2. Mod 2, 2. So that's why mod x minus y equal to mod y minus 6. Therefore, these two are same. This is less than epsilon by 2. This is less than epsilon by 2. We get epsilon. Mod s minus t less than epsilon. It is true for every epsilon greater than it. That means s minus t equals 0. Why it is s minus t 0? For example, s minus t not equal to 0. Suppose if you write s minus t is equal to 1, I will take epsilon equal to 1 by 2. It is true for every epsilon. So you get a contradiction. Therefore, compulsory is true for every epsilon greater than 0. Therefore, s minus t must be 0. Suppose s minus t is 1 by 2. I will take epsilon equal to 1 by 4. You will get 1 by 2 less than 1 by 4. It is a contradiction. So therefore, whenever mod s minus t less than epsilon for all epsilon greater than 0, therefore s equals s minus t 0, s equal 0, s equal t. These two are same. Therefore, limit of a sequence is. This is the today's class. So can do some more problems. Okay. Thank you.